Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Ed Harris. A biography. Ed Harris is an American actor, director, and producer celebrated for his commanding screen presence, emotional intensity, and deep commitment to his craft. Born on November 28, 1950, in Englewood, New Jersey, Harris grew up in a middle-class family and was raised in Tenafly, where he attended Tenafly High School. Though he initially excelled as an athlete, particularly in football, his interests shifted toward acting during his college years, setting him on a path that would lead to one of Hollywood's most respected careers. Early life and education. Harris attended Columbia University, where he played football, but soon found himself drawn to the theater scene. He later transferred to the University of Oklahoma, earning a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 1975. His early-stage experiences were crucial in shaping his disciplined approach to acting, and after graduation, he moved to Los Angeles to pursue work in film and television. Breakthrough and rise to fame. In the late 1970s, Harris began appearing in small television roles before gaining wider attention with Night Riders 1981, directed by George A. Romero. His breakthrough came the following year in Philip Kaufman's The Right Stuff 1983, where he portrayed astronaut John Glenn. The performance established him as a serious actor capable of portraying real-life figures with integrity and depth. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Harris built a formidable reputation through a series of powerful performances. Films such as Places in the Heart, 1984, Sweet Dreams, 1985, and The Abyss, 1989, showcased his versatility and emotional range. His work in Glengarry Glen Ross, 1992, Apollo 13 Inches, 1995, and The Rock, 1996, further demonstrated his ability to embody both moral authority and steely determination. Acclaimed performances and awards. Ed Harris has been nominated for the Academy Award 4 times, for his roles in Apollo 13 Inches, 1995, The Truman Show, 1998, Pollock, 2000, and The Hours, 2002. His portrayal of artist Jackson Pollock in Pollock, which he also directed, was a career-defining moment, earning him immense critical praise and a reputation as a filmmaker deeply committed to authenticity. Other standout performances include A Beautiful Mind, 2001, Enemy at the Gates, 2001, A History of Violence, 2005, and Gone Baby Gone, 2007. Harris' work is often characterized by intensity, restraint, and a sense of underlying moral complexity. Television work. In recent years, Harris gained new acclaim for his role as the Man in Black in HBO's Westworld, 2016 to 2022. His enigmatic performance brought layers of philosophical depth and menace to the sci-fi Western series, earning him Emmy nominations and introducing him to a new generation of fans. Personal life and philosophy. Ed Harris married actress Amy Madigan in 1983. After they met during a play in which they both starred, the couple has one daughter, Lily. Known for his privacy and grounded nature, Harris maintains a low public profile despite his fame. He is widely admired in Hollywood for his professionalism, humility, and unwavering dedication to his craft. Legacy and impact. Over a career spanning more than 4 decades, Ed Harris has established himself as one of America's most consistently compelling actors. Whether portraying astronauts, artists, soldiers, or conflicted anti-heroes, he brings authenticity and quiet power to every role. His body of work reflects a rare combination of artistic integrity and emotional intelligence. With his trademark piercing blue eyes and gravely voice, Ed Harris remains a symbol of old-school Hollywood dedication, a performer who chooses substance over spectacle and truth over fame. Directorial work and artistic vision. Ed Harris' foray into directing revealed his deep respect for artistry and truth in storytelling. His 2000 directorial debut, Pollock, was not only a showcase for his acting but also a powerful meditation on the life and madness of creativity. The film was a labor of love that Harris spent nearly a decade bringing to life. He immersed himself in understanding Jackson Pollock's psyche and painting methods, even learning to paint in Pollock's distinctive drip style. The result was a visceral, emotionally raw film that earned Harris an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, while Marcia Gay Harden won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. In 2008, Harris directed his second feature film, Appaloosa, a western based on the novel by Robert B. Parker. Starring alongside Viggo Mortensen, Renee Zellweger, and Jeremy Irons, Harris crafted a quiet, character-driven western that harkened back to the genre's classic roots. His direction emphasized moral tension, friendship, and the fading code of honor in the Old West, themes that resonate deeply with his personal artistic sensibilities. Stage career and theatrical roots. Before conquering Hollywood, Ed Harris honed his craft on the stage, and he has periodically returned to theater throughout his career. In Los Angeles, he became a founding member of the Met Theater, appearing in acclaimed productions such as Ball, A Streetcar Named Desire, and Buried Child. His stage performances were marked by the same intensity and precision that would later define his film work. In 2012, Harris received high praise for his portrayal of William Walker in The Jacksonian, a Southern Gothic drama written by Beth Henley. Critics lauded his performance for its raw emotion and psychological complexity. His continued commitment to theater reflects his belief that acting is a craft grounded in discipline, collaboration, and truth. Acting style and philosophy. Ed Harris is known for his immersive and disciplined approach to acting. He often speaks about the moral responsibility of the artist, the idea that an actor's duty is to reveal something truthful about human nature, rather than merely entertain. Harris avoids celebrity culture, preferring to focus on storytelling and character exploration. He has said in interviews that he approaches each role with an emphasis on authenticity and emotional honesty. He rarely rehearses excessively, preferring to find spontaneity in the moment. His characters, whether heroes, villains, or morally ambiguous figures, are grounded in realism and quiet intensity. Harris is also known for his meticulous preparation. For The Right Stuff, he trained with real astronauts. For Pollock, he painted obsessively for months. Even in physically demanding roles like The Abyss, he committed to grueling underwater shoots without complaint. Later career and continued excellence. In the 2010s and 2020s, Harris continued to expand his range. He starred in Mother, 2017, alongside Jennifer Lawrence, bringing gravitas and mystery to Darren Aronofsky's allegorical film. His role as the Man in Black in Westworld became one of the defining performances of his later career, a complex mix of menace, regret, and existential despair. He also took on notable roles in The Way Back, 2010, Snowpiercer, 2013, and Top Gun: Maverick, 2022, where he played the authoritative Rear Admiral Chester Kane, opposite Tom Cruise. Each role reaffirmed his mastery at portraying stoic men confronting change, loss, and moral conflict. Personal character and legacy. Despite his fame, Ed Harris remains remarkably humble and private. He shuns the spotlight and rarely engages in Hollywood social circles. His long marriage to Amy Madigan, over 4 decades strong, is a testament to his grounded nature in an industry known for volatility. Collaborations with directors and artistic integrity. Throughout his career, Ed Harris has developed a reputation for being a director's ideal collaborator, disciplined, intelligent, and emotionally fearless. His collaborations with some of cinema's most respected filmmakers have produced some of his finest performances. With Philip Kaufman in The Right Stuff, 1983, Harris embodied astronaut John Glenn with an idealism and quiet strength that captured the spirit of early American space exploration. In Ron Howard's Apollo 13, 1995, as NASA flight director Gene Kranz, his commanding calm and moral authority grounded the film, making "failure is not an option" one of the most memorable lines in 1990s cinema. Peter Weir's The Truman Show, 1998, gave Harris another unforgettable role, the enigmatic Christof, a godlike television producer manipulating Jim Carrey's character's life. Harris' performance brought nuance and poignancy to a potentially villainous figure, earning him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. His collaboration with Tony Scott on The Rock, 1996, added a new layer to his persona, a disciplined military man whose moral convictions lead him astray. As General Hummel, Harris played a complex antagonist motivated by justice rather than cruelty, one of the most humanized villains in action cinema. Later, under David Cronenberg's direction in A History of Violence, 2005, Harris delivered a chilling, understated performance as Carl Fogarty, a mysterious figure confronting the film's protagonist with his dark past. His quiet menace and precision made him unforgettable even with limited screen time. Awards and recognition. Ed Harris Awards and nominations reflect his longevity and the consistent excellence of his performances. He has received 4 Academy Award nominations, 3 Golden Globe nominations, and multiple Screen Actors Guild Award nominations. In addition to his Oscar-nominated turns in Apollo 13, The Truman Show, Pollock, and The Hours, Harris has received critical acclaim for roles in A Beautiful Mind, Enemy at the Gates, and The Way Back. In 2015, he was honored with a Hollywood Walk of Fame star, recognizing his enduring contribution to film and the performing arts. Though he has never been overly concerned with awards, Harris' body of work speaks for itself, a continuous pursuit of depth, truth, and integrity in every performance. Personal beliefs and approach to life. Ed Harris is known for his introspective, grounded outlook on life. He has often spoken about the importance of purpose and discipline, seeing acting not as fame-seeking but as an act of service, a way to explore the human condition. He has said that he views each role as an opportunity to say something honest about what it means to be alive. He remains politically and socially aware, though he avoids using his platform for publicity. Harris and his wife Amy Madigan are known for their quiet activism, supporting causes related to human rights, environmental protection, and the arts. Influence on modern acting. Few actors of his generation have influenced their peers and successors as much as Ed Harris. Younger actors often cite him as a role model for his commitment to authenticity and his refusal to conform to Hollywood trends. He represents a bridge between the method acting tradition of the mid-20th century and the more naturalistic performances of modern cinema. Actors such as Viggo Mortensen, Ethan Hawke, and Casey Affleck have all expressed admiration for Harris' approach, one rooted in moral conviction and psychological depth rather than superficial showmanship. His performances in films like Pollock, The Truman Show, and Westworld continue to be studied in acting programs for their precision and emotional truth. Legacy. As he enters the later stages of his career, Ed Harris remains one of Hollywood's most respected and beloved figures. His work has spanned genres and decades, yet his principles have never wavered. He embodies the rare artist who values craft over celebrity, meaning over recognition, and truth over comfort. Whether playing a stoic commander, a tormented artist, or a morally complex villain, Harris continues to remind audiences that acting, at its best, is not about transformation for its own sake, but revelation. He stands today as a pillar of American cinema, a performer whose blue-eyed intensity and quiet grace have made an indelible mark on film history. Recent work and continued excellence in the 2020s. Even in his 70s, Ed Harris remains one of the most vital and commanding presences in contemporary film and television. His career in the 2020s demonstrates not only his longevity but also his refusal to slow down or compromise the integrity that has defined his art for decades. In Westworld, 2016 to 2022, Harris' portrayal of the Man in Black became one of the most acclaimed roles of his career. Initially a mysterious, violent guest in the park, his character evolved into a deeply philosophical exploration of free will, morality, and the nature of consciousness. Harris brought layers of humanity and anguish to what could have been a simple villain, earning Emmy Award nominations and universal praise for his nuanced, chilling performance. His work on Westworld proved his ability to adapt to complex, modern storytelling while retaining the raw emotional authenticity that has always been his trademark. In Top Gun: Maverick, 2022, Harris made a memorable appearance as Rear Admiral Chester "Hammer" Kane, a tough, old-school military leader confronting Tom Cruise's Maverick. Despite limited screen time, Harris' performance radiated authority and gravitas, symbolizing the clash between old values and the future, a theme that resonated both within the film and Harris' own career. He also starred in the FX miniseries Love and Death, 2023, showing once again his skill in portraying morally complex figures with understated power. Beyond screen work, Harris has continued to pursue stage projects and smaller independent films that challenge him artistically, not commercially. Commitment to the craft. One of the hallmarks of Ed Harris' enduring success is his complete devotion to preparation. He is known for immersing himself in research. Whether it means mastering an astronaut's discipline, a painter's technique, or a soldier's mindset. He once remarked that his goal is not to play a role, but to be truthful in imaginary circumstances. Directors and co-stars often describe Harris as calm, respectful, and intensely focused. On set, he prefers minimal distraction, choosing quiet reflection over idle chatter. His process is one of discipline, observation, and empathy, the same qualities that have made him a respected mentor to younger actors. Relationship with Amy Madigan. Ed Harris' marriage to Amy Madigan remains one of the most enduring and admired partnerships in Hollywood. The two met while performing together in the 1981 play Prairie Avenue and married in 1983. Madigan, herself an acclaimed actress, twice in a lifetime, Field of Dreams, shares Harris' artistic seriousness and social consciousness. They have often collaborated on screen, in Alamo Bay, 1985, Riders of the Purple Sage, 1996, and Gone Baby Gone, 2007, creating a rare example of a Hollywood couple whose relationship is grounded in mutual respect and shared values rather than celebrity. Together, they have one daughter, Lily Dolores Harris, born in 1993, who has occasionally worked in the arts but largely stays out of the public eye. Harris often speaks with quiet pride about his family and credits Amy with helping him stay centered and authentic throughout the highs and lows of fame. Philosophy and outlook. Ed Harris' philosophy toward both life and art centers on truth, humility, and compassion. He has frequently said that he doesn't see acting as a means to escape reality but as a way to confront it. "You can't lie in front of a camera," he once said. "It sees right through you." His characters often mirror his worldview, introspective, morally conflicted men searching for meaning in a chaotic world. Whether playing a general, an artist, or an outlaw, Harris infuses his performances with emotional honesty and quiet dignity. Despite his critical success, he remains wary of celebrity. Harris rarely grants interviews and avoids red carpet events unless necessary. When he does speak publicly, it is often about the value of integrity in the arts, the importance of truth in storytelling, and his belief that performance should illuminate rather than distract. Legacy and influence. Ed Harris' influence on modern cinema cannot be overstated. Over more than 4 decades, he has built a body of work defined by consistency, craftsmanship, and conscience. His performances have inspired countless actors, including Viggo Mortensen, Christian Bale, Ethan Hawke, and Oscar Isaac, who have all cited Harris as an influence. Critics often note that he represents a dying breed of actor, one who chooses roles for substance, not spotlight. His career has been compared to that of Gene Hackman, Paul Newman, and Jack Nicholson for its integrity and emotional precision. Ed Harris' face, lined, expressive, and unmistakably human, has become a cinematic symbol of conviction and authenticity. His performances remain timeless because they speak to something universal: the struggle to do what is right, to find meaning, and to endure with grace. Filmography highlights. Over the course of his prolific career, Ed Harris has appeared in more than 70 films, spanning genres from intimate dramas to large-scale thrillers and historical epics. Each performance, whether leading or supporting, carries his signature mix of intensity, intelligence, and emotional depth. Below are some of the most defining works of his filmography: 1980s, Establishing Authority and Depth, The Right Stuff, 1983, as astronaut John Glenn. Harris captured the dignity and optimism of America's early space program. His portrayal remains one of his most iconic early roles. Places in the Heart, 1984, a heartfelt performance in Robert Benton's Depression-era drama that further established Harris' range. Sweet Dreams, 1985, portraying Charlie Dick, the volatile husband of country singer Patsy Cline. Jessica Lange. Harris balanced love, anger, and grief with quiet authenticity. Walker, 1987, in Alex Cox's political biopic. He starred as William Walker, an American adventurer in Nicaragua, showcasing his willingness to take on provocative, unconventional roles. The Abyss, 1989, as Bud Brigman, the heroic deep-sea engineer in James Cameron's sci-fi thriller. Harris endured an infamously grueling shoot, delivering one of the most emotionally powerful performances in the genre's history. 1990s, A Decade of Mastery, Glengarry Glen Ross, 1992, as salesman Dave Moss. Harris delivered David Mamet's sharp dialogue with controlled fury, holding his own alongside a powerhouse ensemble. Apollo 13 Inches, 1995, his performance as NASA flight director Gene Kranz earned him his first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. His calm under pressure gave the film its moral center. The Rock, 1996, Harris brought moral gravitas to the role of Brigadier General Francis Hummel, elevating a blockbuster action film into a story of ethical conflict and sacrifice. The Truman Show, 1998, as Christof, the godlike creator of Truman's artificial world. Harris gave a deeply human dimension to a manipulative character, earning another Oscar nomination and solidifying his reputation for complex, layered performances. 2000s, the actor as artist, Pollock 2000, his directorial debut and most personal project, in which he played artist Jackson Pollock, earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. His immersion in the role made the film a masterwork of biographical cinema. The Hours, 2002, as Richard Brown, a poet suffering from AIDS. Harris brought vulnerability and grace, earning his 4th Oscar nomination. A Beautiful Mind, 2001, playing a secretive government agent opposite Russell Crowe. Harris added tension and intrigue to the acclaimed film Enemy at the Gates 2001 as Major Koenig, a German sniper.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.